Today, we're gonna make croquetas. Today we're making croquetas, aka the Cuban protein bar, otherwise deep fried meat. When you have an egg with freckles, you know it's a good egg. First thing I'm gonna do is sharpen my knife with my new Sharp and Easy blade sharpener. This actually works, believe it or not. You can do fine, of course. Moving on. I like to slice it into little thin strips here, almost like French fries, so that I can cut it. I like to have chunks in it, like pieces in the croqueta. All right, so we're melting the butter. Now we're slowly gonna add, as soon as it melts all the way, we're gonna add some flour. Get a nice roux going. Now that it has reached our desired color, we shall add heavy cream. Season to taste. Secret seasoning. Some would say that my wife and I's love story began over a croqueta, but that's a story for another day. Now we're gonna do the chorizo croqueta. This is what it looks like after it's been in the fridge cooling. I have my little 1 ounce scooper bowl, and now we're gonna get some balls on the plate. Every time I do croquetas, I think of my grandma. She always did it. I would sit there when I was little helping her do the la masa together. Friends and family would always bring over their leftover meats from holidays, and she would put it through the blender, the grinder, whatever, and make these amazing, delicious croquetas from scratch. Using bingo crackers, she would just make the fresh breading herself with everything left over in the house. It was fantastic. So one day, I hope to do it as well as she does. And through her inspiration, I'm trying to get creative with other flavors, but I always think of her when I'm doing it. It's kind of like a small little connection that I have. So I have put them in the fridge so they would harden enough so you can make little balls out of them. But now by the time you make your balls, you can't really start breading them right away because you need your balls to harden again. So I'm gonna put my balls back in the freezer while I get the other ingredients ready. All right, here we have the remaining ingredients. We have some flour over here. We have some breading here. I'm gonna use these bowls so I could crack my egg and put the shell here. And then the process will be flour, egg, and breading before you can stick it in the fryer. So now I'm gonna go ahead and crack my eggs. Notice the little freckles here. I love that on the eggs. Anyway. Cafecito time. This is not sponsored, nor is it in the cup. I'm gonna go get my, in the freezer. Alright, we're back. I am back. Long trip, I know. Anyway, I like to flour everything first. Otherwise, if you do the flour, egg, breading, you're doing the same thing to your hands, so then your fingers will slowly start getting bigger and bigger. So I'm gonna flour and then put them back on the plate and then do the rest of the process. Now that we have everything floured, I'm gonna go into the egg wash and then the bread. Enjoy. Look, I'm doing it without looking. Who wants to see me juggle croquetas, huh? Music will help. If you're doing this at home, try to have music going. Maybe somebody giving you a back rub. No one can argue I have big balls. All right, these are ready to go, fully breaded, ready to be cooked. If you're gonna cook them right away, 375 for 2.5 minutes, depending on the size. I was a little inconsistent with this scooper that I was trying out for the first time. The bigger they are, the harder they will be to cook. So you wanna keep them at 1 ounce portions or smaller, maybe 0.75, so they can cook with a nice brown color on the outside, but then fully cooked on the inside. You can always shove a toothpick in there to make sure. If you're gonna freeze them for later, please freeze them in a single layer before you transfer them to a bag or another plastic container that they could be stacked on, and then they could be thrown in there. Once they're frozen, you can move them around however you want. Now, and frozen, 375, 3.5 minutes, of course. Let's fry some of these right now. What's wrong here? Here we are, fresh out of the fryer. 3 restaurant-style chorizo croquetas. Fun fact, they usually serve it in 3s or 5s in restaurants, just like other appetizers, to force you to get additional items, additional appetizers, which then gets you to drink more because they're over-seasoned and salty. Anyway, now that it is complete, every restaurant garnishes, and so do I. A little lime. Fun. For more recipes like these, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Make a comment below if there's a recipe you would like to see us copy. Until next time, this is Miami Food Family with your restaurant recipe.